It is with great delight and pleasure that I present to you the 9th regular quinquennium session report of the Mid-America Union Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. This report reflects the stellar work of the immediate past Mid-America Union Vice President for Administration and Executive Secretary, Elder Gil Webb. Since assuming this position as your new Union Vice President for Administration and Executive Secretary in January of this year, I have had the unique privilege of seeing the indelible mark and solid foundation that Elder Webb laid in this office. Today, I stand on Elder Webb's shoulders as I take up the mantle of leadership to serve you in humility of spirit. These past 5 years have not been without their challenges. However, I am grateful to God for the blessings and achievements we have experienced together as a union. The COVID-19 pandemic brought the country, yea, the world, to a standstill. For a moment, it appeared that ministry also experienced a shortfall. However, ministry, though slow, still made an impact in the Mid-America Union territory. Our theme, Yes, Lord, gives us the undergirding to continue in spite of the challenges. The mission given to us by Jesus Christ over 2,000 years ago speaks to that theme and is still relevant to these times amid the various challenges we face. The Office of Secretariat has a unique and distinctive responsibility to gather and chronicle with accuracy the figures and data that emphasizes the successes and gains, as well as the failings and inadequacies of the conferences during this past quinquennium, thereby making this office a vital component to the effectiveness and growth of the union. In this report, I will attempt to give you a snapshot of the progression of the union based on the reports received from the conferences. The account will show both gains and losses. You will notice that in spite of the challenges, pitfalls of the economy, and the COVID-19 pandemic, we can still offer our praises to God. He has been good to the Mid-America Union Conference. And now, let me share with you in part the data that has been collected during this past quinquennium. The Mid-America Union membership as of December 31, 2020, stood at 64,787 members. I decided to give you the first 2 quarters of 2021, where the membership of Mid-America stood at 64,807 members. To God be the glory. The Mid-America Union quinquennial year-end membership totals from 2016 to 2020. During this past 5 years, in 2016, we ended with 70,000 members. In 2017, we ended with 64 plus members. In 2018, it was 64 plus members. In 2019, we went to 65,000 members. And in 2020, we ended at 64,787 members. To God be the glory. The beginning of the quinquennium, that was January 1, 2016, membership stood at 69,321, which gives us a total increase for the 5 years at 4,534. Mid-American quinquennial baptism and profession of faith. The data is very clear. The graph you're looking at in 2016, it showed that combined baptism and profession of faith was 1776. In 2017, it was 1776 as well. In 2018, it was 1744. In 2019, it was 1545. And in 2020, the year of the pandemic, it was 859 members. Gives us a total of baptisms and profession of faith of 7,700 members that joined the Mid-America Union. Addition to the membership in 2016 through 2020, baptisms, we baptized 5,981. Profession of faith that were accepted in our churches was 1,719. Additions and deletion to membership. It is very clear that we have a clear understanding that there is addition to our membership as well as deletions. Let me just share just a brief understanding of how that works. We baptized during the quinquennium 7,700 individuals as baptisms and profession of faith. We brought in via transfer in 8,565. However, there were deletions. We transferred out during the quinquennium 8,558. Then there's apostasy, and we had to take those names out of our records. 1,581 individuals taken out. Then there's those that are missing. Those were also taken out. And then there's deaths. We had 2,847 individuals that died. That gives us a net total of 1,300 plus individuals. Mid-America Union portion of North American Division membership in 2020. The membership in North American Division is 1,265,754. We hold about 5.1% of that membership, because our membership in Mid-America Union is 64,787, and that's 5.1% of the total membership of the North American Division. What you're looking at here is a synopsis so that you can see where we stand with the other 8 unions within the North American Division. You notice Mid-America, we have 64,787, which gives us a total of 5%. Then Atlantic Union is 10%, Canadian Union is 6%, Columbia Union is 12%, Lake Union is 7%, North Pacific Union is 8%, Pacific Union is 17%, Southern Union is 24%, Southwest Union is 10%, Guam and Micronesia Mission and North American Division military churches, those are at 0%. And this gives you a brief synopsis of the entire North American Division and as to where Mid-America Union sits within that graph. Next, churches and companies. The Mid-America, we have 460 churches within our territory. As you already know, we have 6 conferences, and within those 6 conferences, there are 460 churches and 65 companies. In the North American Division, there is 5,639 churches and 894 companies. Membership by conference year end of 2020. In other words, December 31, 2020, the entire Mid-America Union, we had 64,787 members. But let me give you the breakdown by conference. Central States Conference had 9,160 members. The Dakota Conference had 3,959 members. The Iowa-Missouri Conference had 11,900 members. Kansas-Nebraska Conference had 11,613 members. The Minnesota Conference had 10,666. Wow, 666. What does that mean? But the Minnesota Conference ended with 10,666 members in 2020, and then the Rocky Mountain ended with 17,489 members at the end of 2020. And to God be the glory. As I conclude, in Luke 19, verse 13, we are reminded to occupy till he returns. My prayer and my hope is that when he does return, he will say to each one of us, "Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Enter thou into the joy of my Lord." May we continue to grow in the grace of God and keep our minds and hearts focused on Jesus Christ as his soon return. Maranatha. Now, I present to you the Human Resources Director, Mrs. Raylene Jones, who will provide you with a report from that department.
The Human Resources Director reports directly to the Vice President for Administration, and as HR Director, I work closely with administration to maintain healthy employee relations and help keep the day-to-day operations running smoothly throughout all departments. I'm also responsible for ensuring understanding and implementation between employee and employer of the resources, policies, and procedures that generally and legally govern the workplace environment. In addition, I serve as a resource to our conferences within our union territory as requested, providing legal best practices and offering emotional support through difficult situations. A few of the specific human resources responsibilities include protecting the interest of the employees and the organization in accordance with NAD and MAUC policies, as well as federal and state laws and regulations. Helping to foster a wholesome work environment, coordinating the use of insurance carriers, health and wellness consults, employee benefit providers, and other outside resources, promoting retirement education and processing retirement applications, which there have been 5 over the past quinquennium, review applications and orientate new employees, assist in maintaining the employee handbook, and conduct exit interviews. There have been 10 exit interviews and 9 onboarding of new employees over the past quinquennium. People are the heart of every organization, and I am grateful for the privilege and the opportunity to serve in this role. My daily prayer is, yes, Lord, may we follow wherever you lead as we go forward together in mission.